Welcome back and many thanks for staying with us on the #1 breakfast show in the country, Morning at NTV. I'm Romy Busiku. St. Henry's College Kitovu has sent us two very intelligent individuals. Our founder Emilian Kaima and the public relations officer that is Peter Atenyi. He's also from St. Henry's College Kitovu, right? Very good morning. Many thanks for joining us. All right, 100 years. That's a milestone, Emilian Kaima.
Yes, it is.
All right.
And we feel very proud to belong to SHAC, to have been given the opportunity to be who we are. And the SHAC has really trained hundreds of thousands of people that are spread across the world that are impacting communities where they live, including us and many others who came before and after us.
Peter, what does this centenary mean to you, the 100 years?
Personally, I joined St. Henry's College in 2007 up to 2012. So being present and being a part of the system at the time the college celebrates 100 years is a very big milestone for us. The college has educated over 15,000 old boys that we have in our old boys database. So these are people that we are looking at to tap into to be able to give back to the college. The structures that we used when we were at the college were not built by us. We found them. These are buildings these are establishments that were put up by people who were there before us. So we come on to also add our brick for the future generation. So it is something so big for us.
All right. SHAC guys are great. I remember I was your neighbor there near Kako Secondary School. We went there for a party. We went to St. Henry's Kitovu. We went with our ladies, our girls from our school, Kako. Yes. But then I realized the SHAC boys were very shy. You know.
No, they were not shy.
Do you know they stayed away from the ladies? They were just in the opposite room. I was like, okay, what is happening here at St. Henry's College?
They were focused on what they had to do, and they do it very well. Not shy per se. We are not shy. When you place us, wherever you place us, we shine, but we are focused on, we keep our eyes on the ball. If it's time for dancing, I don't think we were ever beaten in the dance.
They never danced. They were simply seated. I was like, okay, what is happening? These boys need to indulge with girls more. But anyway, here we are. The focus mainly is on the education center. And you're saying this is going to be a one-stop education center with everything, libraries, and so forth. Is it a game changer?
Well, it's bigger than the education center. The education center, the SHAC education center, is one aspect that we are looking at as old boys. That we are putting all our efforts into making sure that it rises, and by the time we celebrate 100 years, on July 16th, 2022, it will be standing, and the community at SHAC, and those around Masaka City, those that will come later, will benefit from this. But that's not the only one. There are so many things. We launched a roadmap in 2012, 10-year roadmap, that has achieved a lot in terms, when you go to SHAC now, the whole school is paved. We have a state-of-the-art ICT facility for the boys, and the computer laboratory that Atenyi was talking about, which is the ICT facility, the lab that the president has sponsored, erecting, the smartness at the school speaks a lot about what SHAC is. The level of preparedness for the students at the college, for us, the old boys, looking ahead, far ahead, beyond 100 years, is what drives us. And so we decided that let's have this facility, the SHAC Education Center, rising. And we give credit to everybody who has put their effort there, including the HM. Brother Augustine Mugabo, as a leader of the school, has transformed. Of course, adding on to what his predecessors did. The leadership that we have at the old boys is something that we feel proud about. And we are all geared towards accomplishing these goals that we set out to do. And so tomorrow, we are calling upon all the old boys to rally behind their different cohorts. We are organized in cohorts, in different groupings. And we have 41 of them. But
41 all boys.
No, 41 cohorts.
cohorts
Yes,
of
the
old boys.
I then told you,
That's
over 15,000.
those are many.
Quite many. But what we shall do tomorrow, because we also respect guidelines from Ministry of
SOPs.
Health, SOPs. So we agreed that each court is going to be represented by 4 people, and we are looking at getting 1 billion shillings to champion this facility, this Shark Education Center. And we are going to have it because it's a question of having 5,000, a minimum of 5,000 old boys, each of them giving us 200,000 shillings only, and the Shark will never be the same again.
Fundraising 41 cohorts of old boys at Shark, and each is coming out with 200,000 shillings. That is a lot of money.
Each member, not each cohort.
Member.
Yes, because some cohorts have like 100, 50. So each member, and we are looking at a minimum of 5,000. But you know how many have gone through Shark? Over 15,000, including very prominent people, including the Katikiro of Buganda.
Yourself, Mr. Kaima.
Of course, yours truly.
You should have started with yourself. Peter, let's talk about the money. COVID-19 has wrought devastating effects on the economy. So many people's lives have been transformed. So I'm looking at some of these old boys, maybe who were working last year, they are not working anymore. Issues of, okay, we need this kind of set target of maybe $1 billion. Don't you think you might have shortfall simply because of this fact that, many of the people are not working anymore, money is not coming in like it used to? Aren't you putting into these factors?
Okay, under the stewardship of our current president, Mr. Apollo Chivombi, we started this campaign in 2018,
Indeed.
the campaign of the Shark Education Center. We held a fundraising dinner in November 2018 at Hotel Africana that saw us raise over 300 million. So we used that money to kickstart works with the foundation and everything. So when the lockdown after COVID came, we had lined up a number of activities to raise money. But because we could not gather as old boys as per the preventive SOPs against COVID-19, well, most of them were cut short. But now with the easing of the lockdown, here we are back. Now the rationale that we are going to have is how can a person be able to raise the 200,000? Well, there are people who are able to raise the 200,000 as a one-off, and there are also people who may not be able to raise it as a one-off. Now these are people who can be able to pay, because we want the campaign to take 4 months. That is going to be June, July, August, and September. So someone can be able to pay the 200,000 within the 4 months. So you can decide to pay 50,000 this month, another 50,000 in the following month, up to when you get done with the 200,000. Now the beauty in this is we are over 15,000 old boys. Now this is kind of a race. Can you be part of the 5,000 who are going to have a landmark, who are going to have their names appear on a wall of fame?
Indeed.
Can you be part of them? Can you give us 200,000 and then your name counts towards the contribution for people who will have raised money for the Shark Education Center?
Ms. Emilian Kaima, this is amazing. Old boys coming together, 15,000 of them and more coming together to solicit funds to ensure the development of their school, St. Henry's College, Kitovu. But then we'd like to know, this is a government school, so where is government handling all this?
Oh, government is present and doing miraculous things. We are giving the little we can to transform, giving back. Sometimes we've gone to institutions and you feel indebted.
Indeed.
When I went to Shark, I even added some weight because I found a different environment.
Indeed.
I still recall every moment there. So when it comes to collecting, to giving back, I wish I had more, so I could give more.
Indeed.
COVID came and...
So that the future generation can enjoy more in that setting.
Of course, because what we enjoyed, we didn't put it up.
Indeed.
It's those who came before us.
Indeed.